Oh, I'm on this this camera. You all come in, come in, come in. You all hit that like, hit that share button. I want to share this with you all. Right, I want to share this with you all while I'm pulling this up. Want you to do your do now. Drop your city, your state, and or your country. I have Japan and UK that often comes in. Tell me what part of the world you are tuning in from. But listen, you all, this is my new, besides big X the plugs that shows XPR with the perk on. This is my new favorite song. This is my new favorite song. You know, I've been decoding the Simpsons, and in decoding the Simpsons, I have to go all over YouTube. I have some great decoding for you today. Even more, those hot air balloons. We were trying to figure out exactly what cryptos that represent. If you are new, I had quite a few people yesterday that were new to the channel. So if you are new, the Simpsons episode that I'm referring to is 1997 Crypto Born Season 31, episode 13. Why is that so big? Because it connects to XDC 3113. XDC is going to make big waves along with, I have my I told y'all XPR shirt on for this live stream. You are going to enjoy this one. So come in, hit that like, hit that share button, as I love to say. Hello, New Orleans. Nola coming in. I have family in New Orleans. What's up? What's up, Smoke? Smoke is not Smoke the game. It's Smoke that game. Okay, Smoke that game. B. We have Miami, Florida. Miami, Florida. Chi-Town, as I have family in Chi-Town as well, right? Chi-Town is in the house. Thank you for coming in and saying hello, Chi-Town. Excellent presence to all of you all. Thank you for that positive energy and love you all to infinity. Thank you, thank you, thank you for that positive energy as well. Toronto, I know Canada was going to come in. Thank you for tuning in. Toronto, Canada, you all get those city, states, countries in before that 3 minute mark, because that's the mark. I have a couple of seconds that I'm going to start teaching. Greg T says, I bought XPR because your channel a few weeks ago, and you all, XCN. I don't even know if I even put that in the title. I put all the X's in here. XCN, people telling me they took some little gains. Do what you want to do. Take your gains if you want to, right? I don't know your personal situation, but take your gains when you want to. But XCN also was on the Simpsons, and shout out to my followers who brought that. One of my followers brought that to my attention as well at XCN, and people are with that XPR, with the XPR as well. Hello, Lady Work Platform. Can you buy XPR? You can buy XPR on Coinbase Wallet. Notice I said coin. Another thing about the whiteboard and the Simpsons in the episode season 31, episode 13, is all of those cryptos that was on that whiteboard, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Dogecoin, Filecoin, all ended with what? Coin. And what does Simpsons show as well? Corn, CORN, for off the grid money. I'm going to break down in this live stream why XLM is priced to silver on that chart, and why XLM is going to be the world reserve currency referred to in Revelation 13 and 17. No man can buy or sell this mark, this 666 new beast system, and why silver, you all, physical silver is going to be bigger. You think silver is just used to take the vampires away, right? No, 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 no. It's more than the vampire slayer. It does more than just take the evil things away. Silver is going to be so big. This is your copper. Copper is also on their website. Let me put the website at the bottom because I know someone is going to ask me where can I get these type pieces. Go to millimoves.com. Go to millimoves.com as well. I know gold shines brighter than silver and copper, but I'm just telling you all, silver and copper physical is going to be the off-grid money that's going to give you the highest ROI. We have Los Angeles. I'm so glad you brought in Los Angeles. Listen, what connects XLM, XRP, and XPR together? I'm going to ask you that question. I'm going to play this song first. I'm going to give you all the opportunity to answer. I'm going to play this song first. This is one of my favorite songs. Another Toronto heads up. Okay, Smoke that game. I did not know you were from Toronto. Someone says you got to watch the Simpsons Monorail episode, Lots of Gems. He stops the train with the Weebut wallet, and W gets stuck in the donut representing metal. Will you let me know what episode that is? Let me know what episode that is. I'm going to play this song, but this is a question for 40 seconds. I want you all to tell me the answer to. And it's to kind of connected in a way to quintessential when he says from Los Angeles, and directly connected. What does XLM, XRP, and XPR have in common? Right? What silver should you invest in? Physical silver, off the grid money, no stocks, no ETF. Off the grid money, physical silver. All right, you all, I'm giving you all an opportunity to answer that. Let me know how the sound is. If you can hear this, this is my favorite song. But again, the question is, what does XPR, XRP, and XLM have in common? Has something to do with California? No, not all X's. You know what happened in California with the fires that recently happened? And then you have an agenda for Smart City 2030 for California. Not ISO 2022 compliant. No. I'm going to give you a chance. Let me play this song first. You all come in again, hit the like and hit the share button.
If you're poor and find yourself outside the door, just ask me to buy your drink. Hanging with Frank. Click my link, you'll swim, not sink. Here is my pitch, come on, be rich. Hey, what's to think? Hanging with Frank. Oh yeah.
Now, let me know if you all can hear that well. You know, my microphone have been giving me issues. My sound has been giving me issues. Could you all hear that song well? This is my new favorite song. I'm going to break it down to you, right? Mr. Frank, Professor Frank, on The Simpsons 3113, season 31, episode 13, says, now I can't sing, but I love this song. He says, if you're poor and find yourself outside the door, just ask me to buy you a drink. I'm hanging with Frank. Oh my goodness. I absolutely love that song. Click my link. He said link. Click my link. You'll swim, not sink. I gotta go over Anchor Coin. You remember Homer anchored the Anchor, and we was back and forth about was that Atomic wallet, the Anchor wallet, was it Anchor Coin? Nope. I'm going to show you that Anchor is tied and connected to XLM and XRP. When he says click the link, chain link as well. But also, the link is digital, Bitcoin. Click the link, you'll swim, not sink. Here is my pitch. Come on, be rich. Pay. What's the bank? I'm hanging with Frank. Oh my God, I love this song. Yeah, he said, oh yeah. Did you hear those lyrics? Oh, look, do you all want me to play that again? Was it distorted when I played the first time? He says, if you're poor, find yourself outside the door. Just ask me to buy you a drink. I'm hanging with Frank. Love it. Bitcoin says you're poor outside the door. Click on my link. You'll swim, not sink. Anchor Coin. Somebody says it was distorted a little bit. I'm gonna play it again. My sound was supposed to be fixed. Give me a second. Give me a second. Supposed to be fixed. Give me a minute. All right, let me know how it sound now. And then I'm gonna get into teaching. I love this song. I just love it. Right? And notice that they are drinking wine and purple grapes. Wine and purple grapes.
If you're poor and find yourself outside the door, just ask me to buy your drink. I'm hanging with the Frank. Click my link, you'll swim, not sink. Here is my pitch, come on, be rich. Hey, what's to think? Hanging with the Frank. Oh yeah.
So if that's distorted, then that means I still have work to do. I still have work to do in fixing it. But yeah, if you're poor and find yourself outside the door, just ask me to buy you a drink. Where they were eating purple grapes, drinking and wine, high budget. He says, why? I'm hanging with Frank, aka Bitcoin. Click my link. You'll swim, not sink. Here is the pitch. Come on, be rich. Hey, what's the bank? I'm hanging with Frank. I love that song. All right. Sound was great. Well, yeah, I finally fixed my sound. I finally fixed my sound. And I want you all to know whenever you give your super chats and things like that, it goes towards me upgrading my technology, my system, fixing things that I need, buying new microphones or whatever, et cetera, for the channel. Now, glad to sound very clear on your end, right? Someone says Queen, the Simpson seasons are Disney Plus 100. Well, it's predictive programming. It's hidden in plain sight. Hollywood always release movies that get people, tell them what's going to happen. It has to do with their karma as well, but it's predictive programming. And some people still don't connect the dots. Yes, Optimus right. He connected the dots. He said, hey, the answer, hanging with Frank. I'm telling you all. And that whiteboard, I don't know how long I'm going to stay on this live stream. I've been trying not to do 2-hour live streams, right? But in that whiteboard, it tells you, have you all ever asked yourself, for example, what's the difference between wrapped Bitcoin and Bitcoin? What's the difference between wrapped Ethereum and Ethereum? I took notes again on that whiteboard because I basically teach the first two lines of the whiteboard and then the bottom of the solution that tells you all that it did not predict Bitcoin would collapse. So what I did this morning was take time of the everything written in red, and I probably have to go and get my notebook because I put it in my notes in between, and then I found out why people would need wrapped Bitcoin for the quantum financial system. Now, let's get back to the question that I asked you all. What's the connection, the common connection of XRP, XPR, and XLM? All of them, and I won't just say have American, they're American crypto, because when something is decentralized, it is no location. I understand what you all are saying when you reference that, because the company headquarters for all of them are in San Francisco, California. Wait a minute, I want to make sure. Yes, because with XCN, I think it's in Charlotte. And then with XDC, it's in Singapore. Mm-hmm. That's the comment in San Francisco, California as well. And so let's get into this rabbit hole per se. Let's go deep down the rabbit hole. Currently, so we can't say that. With this being said, that all of them is in San Francisco. When something is decentralized, there is the token within itself doesn't have a location. However, the XLM, the XPR, and XRP, all of the uh, company headquarters are San Francisco, and I will do the gematria on San Francisco. And the burning of California, the smart city 2030, all of this ties into this. And I've been saying this over and over again that XRP is not going to be the world reserve currency. Neither is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the digital gold. It's the store of wealth. It is your store of wealth. Let me go ahead. Now it's time to teach, right? I done got you're hanging with Frank out the way. And XLM is going to be the world reserve currency. XRP, and this has been already said that XRP intentions when created in 2004 was to be the world reserve currency system. They saw that Bitcoin was very slow. Thus we get ripples are small energy pools of water that ripples out, and in seconds it disappears. And so they saw the slow processing speed of Bitcoin. Bitcoin processes 7 transactions per second. These other transactions per second speed, 2,000, 5,000. XDC is even faster than XRP. And then they said, but we decided that we wanted to revamp. We didn't want to stick. We didn't, just want to be the fastest payment processing. We wanted to focus on the derivatives market and ODL, on-demand liquidity. So then that focus changed from the world reserve currency. And now XLM is the world reserve currency. I feel you. You can tell people XLM can represent Saturn, Satan, yeah, and we also get Santa, Satan, just one letter off of Santa Claus, Satan, and there, think you crazy, but XLM logo is S. I'm shaking my head. XLM logo is a S. Well, it's the 2 lines that represent like a Saturn and a single. I like to say people think other people are crazy. I really don't. I teach this all day, every day. And to my knowledge, I've never been called crazy. I think when people don't explain complex things in simple ways, and then they get that maybe label of craziness because they attempt to talk over people's head. Most people don't even understand Saturn and its connection with Saturn, the Sabbath day. And so when you are speaking on levels like that and people are not even familiar with the basics, then it appears that you may be talking out of your head or your brain. And then you also have to find your group of people. I don't like to just go deep into, for example, I may have somebody get on this live stream and talk about the Most High God and all that type stuff, especially when I go into the Bible and scripture. To me, that's crazy, right? And the reason is when you can't explain complex things on a simple level, that's where that label gets from. See, people go to religious stuff and start saying stuff about the Most High God, and they start rambling out of their minds when these decoding and scripture texts start happening because they don't understand it, right? And so know your audience, know who you're talking to, explain things in simple ways. When someone asks you, for example, well, what is Saturn? And what does that have to do with say? Be able to answer that question. Be able to answer what Saturn is and Saturn worship, and why Saturday is named after Saturn. Be able to answer that in complex ways, right? Thank you for the $5 super chat. Someone says you're highly intelligent. Well, thank you so much. This is a good channel. Reminds me of Waters Above. I love Waters Above. I love Waters Above. Absolutely. You're definitely right. It's a lot of people that don't know the spiritual. They don't know how to put it all together. And when you put in small pieces and components, you might get that label because you don't know it all. And then you can't explain it in simple terms. And then so you overtalk people per se because you can't make it simple because you might don't fully understand it all yourself and how it works together. All right, so let's get into this. So that's how you avoid being called crazy. Be able to explain it on simple terms. Now, this is also on the website. You are this beautiful piece, only 1,000 made, the Dragon 2024. You see the XPR, you see the red for flare, you see the gold, and you see the ocean blue um, for Zenfin XDC. So it's on millimoves.com. Now, teaching time. This is how, XCN too. What happened? My screen went black. XCN. Thank you for those who told me. Thank you for bringing it out. Bigger channels are bringing it out now than when I started talking about it and everything. But hey, long as the people get the information, some people took their profits. Coinbase will tell you exactly how much of profits you have. That's one thing I do like about Coinbase. I don't like everything, but I do like that. So you can know exactly, what you deposit, what you put in, and what your profits are, right? However, I know that for me personally, I just held on because I understand that bigger gains are coming for Onyx Coin, XCN. I know bigger gains are coming, or I feel that way. But like I tell everybody, you do what you do. Now, let's get into, and I have the highest speed internet. I'm going to have to find um, a better internet than what I have because I'm ready to teach and my internet is moving slow. But I'm going to show you all this graph of that has been mistaught, and I'm even going to bring out why or where people got the concept of a 10,000 XRP, right? A $10,000 XRP. Where did that come from? And you all just forgive me if I say XRP sometimes, and I'm trying to say XPR or vice versa. Is not easy to say all these X's and keep up with it, but we know X means global. Now, one of the things I asked myself when Trump signed executive order for the declassification of the assassinations of JFK and Martin Luther King was why didn't he not include Malcolm X? And maybe because Malcolm X was in house, right, and not necessarily out, in house job, but it was maybe with the Muslim uh, nation that he was associated with, and not government, right? So now let's get into this. Someone says, Queen, do you realize that you mentioned XCN January 2023? I don't. But one thing I do know I mentioned in January 2023 that's in the top 3 of gains today is Swift Coin. I bought it in 2023. This coin right here, I'm not sure if you can see it. It's blurry. I don't know. It's blurry to me. I'm wearing new glasses. But it is a 73 Swift coin, the gold coin. You all, December the 8th to be exact, as we talk about the 1988 economist, just put $25 in. I was just studying Swift coin, and that's ticker symbol SWFTC. And I just put $25 in. That $25 purchased 15,133.22. And it's now $345. I just let it sit there. And for today, it is up 75%. So I'm glad you brought that up. Swift coin, ticker symbol SWFT coins. COIN. I talked to you all about the whiteboard on the Simpsons, right? So, but no, I did not know that. Thank you for bringing it to my attention. Now, let's get to this. The anchor that we brought up in the Simpsons, right? 3113. And many were wondering when Homer anchored that big anchor. They were on the yacht, right? With Professor Frank, aka Frank, aka Bitcoin. And Homer put in that big anchor. And then the whiteboard that we saw the moon and the lights, and it was a stage, right? XRP, XPR, XCN, XLM is all, it's a stage. The stage is set, you all. I want you all to see right here. This anchor is connected to XLM and XRP because of the approval of the IMF of stablecoins. So a price of a cryptocurrency or token is pegged to a commodity, example for like dollar, metals, assets. What's already approved on this graph and anchored, you see that anchor right there, is XLM and XRP. Now look at this. This is just like a pirate ship where you have the steering wheel, right? Basel, I've heard it said both ways. But Basel is what the government refers to it when they was questioned about Basel III and Basel IV compliant. So international regulatory accord that was introduced to a set of reforms designed to mitigate risk within the internal banking sector by requiring banks to maintain a certain leverage ratios and keep certain levels of reserve capital on hand. They must have tier 1 assets, clarity, and market liquidity management. This is where XRP comes in. Market liquidity management, derivatives markets, your forex, your real estate, your bonds, all of that. That's a $1+ quadrillion market. And people they get very excited about this, but they forget your return on silver, and that silver is an industrial metal. This is why you all, XLM is the Revelation 13:17,666 currency or token that no man can buy or sell. It talks about a mark of the beast. What is a mark can be chipped. People can be chipped. You can be chipped. You can be marked. Well, what is needed for the RFID chip, you all? Silver, physical silver. This is why XLM is priced or pegged to silver. This is why this Stellar Lumis logo, and my friend has said the S, you can look at that as the S or unbroken, Saturn symbol, but you can look at that as the S as well. A lot of these have dual decoding with the two lines. This is why Professor Frank in the Simpsons always had that Stellar logo in his eyeglasses. That means it's direct connection to Bitcoin as well. So when your ROI, your return on investment for silver is greater than gold, yes. Okay, let's teach you. I'm gonna teach you. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you the US debt clock. This is good already, right? This is good already. I'm gonna show you the US debt clock and why right now, if you understand that silver, right? The Bible says God redeemed them with silver and gold, but silver, again, like I say, it keeps the vampires away, it keeps the evil away. The cross, what colloidal silver, right? The colloidal silver that people take for their health. The fact that silver is an industrial monetary metal makes it more needed, and it's a silver squeeze going on right now. Have you all heard of the Hunts brothers? For example, like in 2011, silver was at $50 an ounce. That's the 1111. Since 2011, JP Morgan and Chase hoarded over 350 million ounces of silver. 350 million. 5 plus 3 is 8. What is 8? The upside down infinity sign. Revelation 1 and 11. I'm Alpha and Omega. What does that mean, Queen? That means we're going back to the future. When people think about in terms that this is the end of time, this is the end of the world, this is the rapture. No, it's going to be the end of one thing, but intertwining to the beginning of another. And that's what the infinity sign represents. But the 350 million ounces of silver, which equals 8, 3 plus 5 is 8. was 38% people of the world's population. So what's 8 plus 3? 38%. Or 3 plus 8? 11. So the dollar to silver ratio in 1913 was $2.64 an ounce. The 10-year average, according to this chart, was dollar to silver ratio 1,124 per ounce. For gold, 5-year, and this chart is not showing, okay, yes it is. So the 5-year average is 1,561. As of right now, the dollar to silver ratio is $1,237 per ounce. The dollar to gold ratio, as of right now, is a little under $10,000, $9,582 per ounce. The 5-year average is $12,627 to gold. The paper to silver ratio right now, look at this, you all, is 379.93 to 1. That's 3 times more than paper to gold ratio. 127.24. XLM is tokenized silver. So what does this mean? Let's just average this because it's showing 1,237 right here. But the 5-year average is 1,500. So let's just average this to 1,500. Silver right now, without shipping, taxes, and handling fees, is $30 an ounce. That's your spot price. You resell silver once this dollar devalue system is reset, which is going to happen, I believe November of this year, 2025. That's over a 3,000% return, 3,365% return to be exact. Grant Cardone talks about a 10x return. This is a 37.5x return, 37. Whereas, let's average out dollar to gold from 12 to 10,000. The spot price for gold right now is $2,700 and $50. Let's just round this to 10,000. That means if you resell gold at that price, that's like a 63% gain. That's only a 3.5x return. So if I told you you can get a 3,000%, a 37.5x return with silver versus a 63% return with gold, which is just a 3.5x return. The same way I can ask you, would you rather have higher gains with XLM, which is going to be the world's currency, or XRP, which is going to be the world's transaction global liquidity pool and derivatives market? This is simple, basic math, people. Can someone, the website to get your copper and your silver physical off the grid is millimoves.com. It's strolling down at the bottom. And see, and I can make it bigger right there for temporary, right, till I get into teaching. Copper, $3. There's a global shortage on copper, right? Global shortage. I always talk about my copper bracelet that I use for my hair. Silver, $30 an ounce. The price is suppressed right now. Silver squeeze. Research the Hunt brothers, so I don't have to prolong this live stream. Research 2011, my numbers, your numbers, our numbers, and JP Morgan. Right? All right. So guess what? It's time for me to prove it through the Simpsons. XLM will be the world's reserve currency. If you got XRP and you got it under 50 cents or whatever, the price of where XLM right now, you're great. You're good. Furthermore on silver. But that's why I tell people right now, if XRP go to $10 to $12, maybe $13 tops this year, and you're buying it at $2 and $3, look at your ratio of return. And then look at what XLM will be to the world in comparison to what. And I'm not saying XRP is not going to be the thing, but some people, they are pretty much religified when it comes to XRP. They don't look at the rest of these XDCs and XRP, which XDC is priced to copper, a global shortage. And they don't see that they can get so much more back by looking in XPR, by looking into these cryptos. There's the Apple logo right there. So I never intend to play much of the Simpsons because it would give me a copyright strike, right? I just try to play bits and clips, but and talk you all through it. So what's happening here? He wants a Bitcoin. He found out via news that let me play that for you. That Professor Frank, which represents Bitcoin, and
Science Bitcoin.
And this is roadside coin. What is that? Off the grid. Off the grid money. Right? So this is the media announcement. Professor Frank right here. There's a Stellar Loomis. Circle 2 lines or the S on it, or the Saturn, Saturn globe. Circle 2S, whatever you want to call it, right? He always talking about just click the link, chain link, and the Greek. He's now the billionaire, 32,000 people, richest man in Springfield. Frank coin, roadside assistant. That's your off the grid money. I'm going to let you hear him say that, right?
Cryptocurrency when the grid goes down. Well, I started. Why, Kent? With all the layoffs, they got me, the traffic guy, on the science big corn. Well, can't eat no cryptocurrency when the grid goes down. Well, I started. Actually, cryptocurrency.
So that particular scene took it out. He said, that's why I have my coin for a hedge fund. And he shows coin on the side of the road for $20 for a hedge fund. You're gonna want to have silver and copper. I'm telling you, off the grid. I'm just warning you. I'm just telling you, because this is going to be worse than the 1933 depression. And we're returning. That's what JFK Executive Order 1111. That's why Trump wants to declassify of that assassination. Zero was all about. And 6 months later, he was assassinated. He was returning the silver standard. That's what the Wizard of Oz is all about. The golden brick road. Dorothy had on silver slippers, not ruby red. Follow the yellow brick road. The Wizard of Oz, OZ. Oz means ounces. Real money is measured in ounces. Article 1, Section 10, Constitution says real money is coins. It's silver, gold. Why do you think Trump is saying we got liquid oil right under our feet? Why do you think Trump wants Greenland, Canada right now? Because of the rich minerals and resources. Because we're going back to the future. We have to return to real money, to real. Dave Ramsey said gold is not money, it's a commodity. That's not true. Right? That is not true. All right, so let's play this.
Oh, I know about cryptocurrency. I have it in my crypt.
No, this new currency has made Professor Frank the richest man in Springfield.
Wait, are you saying because you chew my food makes you think we're on a first name basis?
Of course not, sir. I'll never do that again.
It went in. You saw it. It went in.
10 million.
For my new parking spot. Time again, I've assembled a team of the greatest mathematicians and cryptographers to ever leave their rooms. They're here to
And I've discovered some serious issues with this nuclear plant. my calculations, the cracks in the coolant pipes are growing.
To create a pseudo-currency like the Bitcoin or the peso that will make me to create a pseudo-currency like the Bitcoin or the peso that will make me rich. So rich. Goodbye,
Sir, I'll get help.
See, like the Bitcoin or the peso that will make me rich. So rich I could buy.
Sir, I'll
So he's having a meeting with the cryptographers that's attempting to create a Bitcoin, something that would make him rich. And what he said in that particular scene was, I want you all to create a cryptocurrency like the Bitcoin or the pesos that will make me rich. And then it cuts out, but he says so rich. Well, what's pesos? We know what Bitcoin is. The question is, what's pesos, right? Well, now pesos, silver coin, Mexican silver pesos, silver, Tesla, electronic vehicles, catalytic converters, calculators, phone batteries, 5G Wi-Fi, copper, a global. Let me go ahead and pull that up so you can see it. Global shortage of copper. A significant global shortage of copper is currently predicted to occur in the next coming years, potentially leading to a major deficit by 2030, while the supply of new copper mines is not keeping pace, with experts warning that the demand for copper is rapidly increasing due to the growing renewable energy sector. This is where we get California. This is where we get the smart city 2030. This is why I asked you all what does XLM, XRP, and XPR have in common. Offices are located in San Francisco. Will AI drive a copper shortage? This is September 24. Look at the reflecting numbers, 24, 24. A global copper shortage is imminent. It's right here. So what's the most undervalued asset in the world? And I'm talking about the physical form, not a ETF, none of that. The physical form. Silver, the most undervalued asset in the world. And right now they're the most underpriced. It's suppressed. What is XDC priced to on this chart? Copper. What is XLM, the 666? And gematria priced to in this chart? Silver. Now, let's go to this other episode. The airbags are coming down on the Simpsons as well. And guess what? I got some great news for you all. We were dissecting what did these airbags mean, right? Let me pull up the right episode. You're hanging with Frank. I love it. You know, sometimes people want to make things complex in order for them to make the right decisions when the answer is hidden in plain sight. It's right there in their face. It's very simple. All they have to do is take action. Like I said, a lot of people have been Tokenized and all. It's nothing. Look, if you got XRP under 50 cents, that's great. I think it probably will reach $13. But if you're trying to get it right now at $2 or $3 or $3, over $3, you're missing out on HDC, XCN, and XLM, which is going to be the global currency. I'm just telling you. And XPR. All right. Well, thank you. I love that you all love this channel. Again, hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up button. Now, I have to find these episodes, so you all give me a second because I tell you all, it is not easy. I'm gonna go ahead and share this one because it's up. Professor Frank, he's the evil man. He represents. Give me a sec. He represents Jacob Rothschild. The Rothschilds family value their asset is over $500 trillion. The Rothschilds family. When most people, when I bring up, and some things I won't even bring up on my live streams, but when I bring up that Masonic sign that's on this same episode, Freemasonry, most people don't know what that means. And it's just some things I'm just not going to talk about, right? On here for my safety. But do your own research, but I'm just telling you, Rothschild's family were $500 trillion. They own, I know, 97% of the world's wealth, along with the Fugger family. And when people talk about XPR and Ripple that came from the Fugger family, and OpenCoin, they don't really understand how that have suppressed them financially. They don't realize that. Right. The Simpsons episode is showing you how evil Jacob Rothschild is. So, all right, so let's play through that. Show you all this. Also, I have 111 showing right here. Look at that. Look at that. 111 last seen 11.1 thousand. The 111 showing up on mine. So thank you all for subscribing. Right here, let me cut the volume down. The cryptographers are trying to figure out how to shift that wealth back to Mr. Rothschild's again. That's the cash symbol. This represents fiat currency. That dark green represents the United States dollar, which is currently the world reserve currency. Meaning that right now, if other countries wanted to exchange its oil, its gold, its silver, they have to do it in US dollars. And other countries are saying, we're not going to do that anymore. This is our wealth, our commodity. We want out of this monopoly system of going through your money for our wealth. So the cryptographer said that this can take up to 99,000 years to solve. Right. This represents cash. It does not represent XRP or the fidget design symbol or Ripple. Just look at Coinbase wallet. And when you cash something out, you're going to see this. Look on the back of your US dollar. At the top of the pyramid is the all-seeing eye. This is what this represents. The chains here represents not only bondage and intense working labor and cruelty treatment. People are working hours and hours and still living paycheck to paycheck and have 2 or 3 jobs. But it also represents chain link. So he's telling them, look, I don't care how long you got to wait. I'm going to keep you in bondage. I'm going to keep you linked to a chain. You're going to be in slavery. You're going to solve this equation to make me something better than Bitcoin. It's called a shadow banking system. Now, I'm going to let you listen to this because I feel like this clip you need to hear. Thank you so much, you all. We hit 111 as well, Brown Girl. Thank you so much because I take all of my super chats from the channel and I reinvest back into the channel. Like, I just had to reinvest in some things just to let the sound come clear so you all can hear, so I can educate you all. Thank you so much. And on that note, yes, hit the like button. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that because some people don't give back from me and I give a lot to them. And I appreciate you giving back. Toshi, the last 3 days have been in the top 3 of returns as well. I did look into that. I did definitely look into that. So just letting you all know that as well. Okay, so let's listen in at this.
I was in the neighborhood, thought we might have a drink. Oh, billionaire to billionaire. Oh, I just love champagne. It's been in space, don't you? Well, think about this, Professor. The curse of wealth is that you will never, ever again know if anyone truly likes you. Oh, I just love neighborhood and thought we might have a drink. Billionaire to billionaire. No, I just
Okay, I had to stop right there. This represents Avalanche and the Flare Finance token. This red and white, this is avalanche. What does avalanche do? Avalanche of snow comes down from the mountains. It comes from top to bottom on the champagne. And you see the gold right there. He lets you know it represents wealth. He says billionaire to billionaire. This is avalanche. Of course, you have the X in avalanche as well. And Flare Finance. The Flare Finance. The EXFI. Now, on Uphold, you can only get the Flare token. That's fine. They are interchangeable. The Flare Finance in the F assets, you still good with getting Zenfin and Flare. But these Flare and the Flare Finance, they develop access to data from other chains and the internet. So this is both AVAX, AVAX, and Flare representation right here, right? All right, he's talking billionaire to billionaire. He had already said, if I cannot crush his bank, I'm going to crush his spirit. See, evil intentions. There's the stellar lumens. They're in the sky, sky high, billionaire to billionaire. Now he's talking to Lisa, and he's crushed his spirit. He said, you never know if you have friends. Also, you all, something just happened to Amazon. Let me see. They laid off 1,700 workers, not in the United States, but where was this? I just read this. I told you the A on the boxes represent Amazon. The upside down is the arrow that we're going to see Amazon crash. This is in Quebec. Closes its operations in Quebec, laying off 1,700 workers. Right? And look what this says. Restoration software. Restoration software. Right? Restore. What will be the payment for Amazon? Lisa is wearing red for the flare, the red shoes. Now, Bitcoin, Professor Frank, he's turning to artificial intelligence. Professor Burns, which represents the burning of cash, fiat cash, globally crushed his spirit. So he hit the button on the robot for a hug, and the robot is able to show and express emotions for him and to him. Right. So Lisa is talking to him. Let me let you out here because he transfers the wealth to Lisa, and you're going to understand why. Let me let you out here what Lisa says to him, because he was created from science. He says he was a test tube baby. He was created from science. He says family had chemistry. They did not have love. So he's seeking love and relationships, which is, I think, the greatest wealth that anybody can have. And this second grader, Lisa, who's doing a report on the most influential person in Springfield, and she chooses him, comes out to be a friend for him. And so because Bitcoin was created to help people become rich, I played the video at the beginning of this, right? If you're outside the door and you're poor, he said, just hang with Frank. I'll make you rich. I'll make you rich. That was Bitcoin purpose. It was never SPR and Ripple's purpose to do that. Now, let me make this disclaimer. I never, ever encourage anyone not to invest in it, because I believe in Proverbs in the Bible that says the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the poor. No, it does not. I take that back. The wealth of the wicked is laid up for the just, did not say the poor. So you take the wicked's wealth and you do just and you do righteous with it. You can't be in the wicked's wealth if you're not investing in what the wicked's wealth will make you wealthy in. Thank you, Shirley, so much for the $10 super chat. I greatly appreciate it. Right? I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for your support of the knowledge and the wisdom in my time and the channel. Thank you so much. So let me allow you all to listen to this.
Have No true friends.
Don't worry about what Mr. Burns says. He's a vicious old viper who knows nothing of the human heart.
Here's my plan, Smithers. We put the equation here. The ingenuity of crowds will solve it for us by tomorrow, thus rendering all cryptocurrency worthless.
So Lisa tells him Mr. Burns knows nothing of the human heart. You know his objective is to make all cryptocurrencies worthless, not just Bitcoin. He wants to make all. Why? Because he wants the money. He wants the power. He wants it all transferred back to him. And he's seeking someone who can solve this equation in which I've broken down and solved. So Professor Frank is telling Lisa right here that he's a man of numbers and logic, mathematically formulas and solving. And he's going to put a test. He's going to put his friends to the test at the bar of Moles. And we see Ethereum here with the red and green. And I've always said that I want Ethereum by Christmas to be over 10,000. Notice that Lisa has on the red dress again. And that's the Stellar Lumens again. And he said, I'm not going to get them Skybox tickets, right? I'm going to give them regular tickets and see if they're my friends. So he goes in, he's putting the theory to test, or he's testing the theory. He has regular tickets, and you see the isotopes. This is for Flare. Flare Finance again, isotopes, ISO 20022 tokens. You see the Atmos in the background and the ISO in the Springfield. He's telling them, hey, I couldn't get the Skybox tickets. I got regular season tickets. And what do? No part of friendship. But notice the XPR proton symbol here. Also, the Stellar Lumens symbol, Stellar Lumens, earlier was XLM as well, symbolized and connection to the Flare Finance. In my opinion, because later on in this episode, we see XPR and Flare connected together, I believe that this is definitely XPR. Right? So there we have it. They walk out. They don't want regular tickets. It proves that they're not his friends. Here's Lisa, always his friend. Always his friend, right? That's the XCN symbol. You have to kind of turn it, twist it counterclockwise, or just twist it at an angle. And you see the XCN with that. Shout out to one of my viewers who brought that to my attention. It is in the black and gold, black rock. The onyx coin, the onyx is a black rock. A black stone. And I've always gone on record of saying that Black Rock will invest in XCN onyx coin, right? So with that being said, we see that he's eating along, brings him his bill. His friends were eating with him. And he asked them to take the bill. This time, they didn't want to pay the bill. All right, in this thing, we see the lights, right? I brought down gas lighting. We see the moon. What rises with the moon? Crypto. Bitcoin rises with the new moon. It pumps, right? And so we also have stellar lumens. Not stellar lumens, but connected to silver. Moon energy, XLM, is connected to silver. So I was correct on stellar lumens. But you also have Luna Classic that I still hold some Luna. Just for this. I still hold some Luna. So the moon energy that comes from XLM, the moon connected to silver. Silver is the moon, gold is the sun. XRP is the sun. This is at night. This is going to happen overnight at midnight. Now, do you all, and I'm going to take a vote, do you all want me to break down all of these lines in the red? Because I usually just focus on the bottom here, on the cash, on the backwards E, that means this is not secure. The Bitcoin, the Litecoin, the Dogecoin, Filecoin, the QED, that means in Latin, quotis, I forgot. Quotis erectum something. I forgot, but it means this is final. I've broken down A&P went bankrupt since 2015. Why that is here. How many of you all are on If you want me to break down this again, because I haven't really went over the inner piece of this, drop a yes in the comment section. I'm gonna give you 1 second. Okay, I had to go get my water because again, some people are saying yes, 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 yes. That's okay. Okay, I still know yes. Thank you. I need to go get some water real quick. Yes, please. Oh my goodness, I am so glad you brought up SHX because guess what? With that ripple, that's one of the anchor coins as well. And this anchor, in fact, I'm gonna come back to this board. I'm not sure in this particular episode. Oh, there it is. That's what I want to show you all. That anchor XHX. XLM has an anchor wallet, anchor component, and that is through SHS. Or did I say SHX? I mean, you are right on time with that anchor statement. And when Homer secures his asset and he has a big anchor, it's SHX. All right. I'm gonna give myself 5 minutes. I told you all in the backdrop. I'm not sure if you can see it on this particular scene that you can see the gas in the background of the gas lighting that was happening, but it was a gas symbol in the back, right? Now let's break this down. Thank you for bringing out SCH. So the backwards E is not a theory. This is a mathematical formula. The backward E means that there is this again. So there is this Bitcoin, Litecoin, Dogecoin, Filecoin. The double arrow means if and only if SHA-256 is secure. SHA-256 is the security measurement in place for Bitcoin. So it says there is this Bitcoin, Litecoin, Dogecoin, if and only if SHA-256 is secure. So it's saying only if this is secure, this is the only way it's going to exist. Now, prove the backwards E with the slash in it means that all coins, and I've told you all that all of these end with coins, right? All of these end with coins, with the word coins in it. So prove that there is this security of SHA-256. This is what this second blue line means. To prove that. Because they want to prove that there is security. So the double slash or the line means that you have to prove it that it is secure. Because right now it's not secure. Right. Now, if SHA-256 is secure, the existence of Bitcoin, Litecoin, or Filecoin, or their use of SHA-256 is valid. This is what this saying. So we're starting here. It says E is secure, or there is this, a double arrow if both directions are true. So if and only if this is true, RSA is correct. Now, RSA is an encryption that works a mathematical formula as well. And so it ensures encryption and decryption process is valid under certain rules in math, a system of math value. You all, this is why I told you all about wrap Bitcoin and wrap Ethereum. Because this arithmetic means that numbers have to wrap around after reaching a certain number. I heard a YouTuber, for example, the other day said Trump is buying wrapped Bitcoin. I don't know why he's doing it. Well, when I went back to this RSA security, then I understand why he was buying wrapped Bitcoin. So RSA means Rivis, Shamir, Alderman. RSA uses public and private keys. RSA is more secure. However, it requires more computer power. RSA can be threatened, you all, by quantum computing. And that's why we talked about getting cryptos like XDC, like Algorand, like Bitcoin that are quantum resistance. Y'all, this is good. This whiteboard was complex and unfamiliar to Springfield. Only 32,000 people, right? That's how crypto is to a lot of people. So I told you I couldn't remember what QED meant. That means that settles it, that's finishing it. It's argument that the proof is entirely resolved, leaving no room for debate. So the QED in Latin means quod errate demonstration, means proof of that the solution has been completed. Right? So now, the other number, SHA-256, if both sides, if this is true, one side is correct, the other side is correct. Also goes with this. And let me see. I've got to look at my notes. The M, the MED equals M mode, and that's like an upside down A, ME, and like a double Z. Right. So coming from this RSA encryption works if the mathematical relationships hold true on both sides right here. So same thing here. So the next line. So under certain rules of this, a system of math values, again, this is about wrapped Bitcoin and wrapped Ethereum, why it is more secure than what you see in your regular Bitcoin. So if you ever want to know what's the difference between wrapped Bitcoin and wrapped Ethereum, then this is why. So line 2, we get to N equals PQ. And out of these P, and that's the number 8, upside down infinity sign, PQ prime, ED, and then we have 3 lines in one mode and a 0 with not a, just a straight vertical slash, right? So what this means is multiplied. All of these are large prime numbers. They represent prime numbers, which are multiplied to create the end of this equation. So the relationship involving this 0 with this vertical slash in it, in the end, which is a value derived from the P and the Q. Now you all asked for this. It means that the relationship makes RSA encryption and decryption secure. So this is what all this right here in these brackets means, that it is secure. So we got the double arrows. We got AP minus, AP1 mode, all of these, blah, blah, blah. So in essence, what does that mean? But A&P went 0 since 2015. I explained this a lot of times. A&P was a tea big warehouse, and they expanded to offering groceries, your basic milk, your eggs, your meat. Well, they were a centralized system. They created their own private labels. They kept everything in-house. They did not want to innovate. It was very antiquated, old way, like our fiat currency. They didn't want to, for example, have craft products. They wanted their own A&P cheese and not craft cheese, for example. So they didn't want to innovate. They didn't want to do like Walmart and Costco and be decentralized and just have a lot of different name brands all in one source and one location. That's decentralization. There's no central control when you go shopping at Walmart and Costco. But A&P had central control. They had their own products, their own name brand, their own cheese, their own milk. They didn't want to decentralize. And so in 2015, one of the biggest grocery store chains went bankrupt as a result. So these encryptions prove mathematically that the intended recipient, that the only one that can break this formula and data is the intended recipient. Lines 2 and 3 here, everything in red is the groundwork for secure digital communications like Bitcoins is protected. But the only person that can unprotect it or unbreak it or solve the equation is the recipient. And Lisa tells Professor Frank, I knew it was you that solved the equation because I know your handwriting, and you're the only smart person in Springfield that can do it. Again, this is XLM's anchor. What is anchored on that graph I showed you out earlier? XRP and XLM. The anchor is in like a copper type, this is the sea captain, copper like color. Sea captain, waves, Zenfin, XDC. Did I say that right? Yeah, I guess I said it right. Sea captain, that ties into Zenfin as well. So here's the conversation. He gives it to Lisa. He says, we see barbershop. I did the gematria on that yesterday. Now, for the first time, we see Lisa in green. She's in her PJs, but she's in green. That represents the fiat, the one world currency system that the United States currently owns. I did the gematria on Top It Off. So watch my live stream from yesterday if you want that. So she's recording her report for school. Stella Loomis on the glasses, the violet right there, XPR. And in the background, you see the robot, the AI. Take me to your cosmic books. Antiquated, but AI. And you also see the androids. Now let's listen to this, right? Let's listen to this.
Person who could solve it, Professor John Frink, and your report.
How did you know? You really understand me, young lady. You are my best friend.
Oh, really? Well, beware. I lose everything I care about.
Oh, 10 glorious days of peace. I was able to finish my dissertation.
Losing $1 billion means nothing as long as I see you again.
So that's Professor Hensler, his co-worker. They said that Gary Gensler and Bitcoin was in bed together in the SEC. And he just said, now he finds relationship in adult. And Professor Hensler, I'm sorry here, not Gensler, but she represents Gary Gensler, was a humanitarian. She was very big on humanitarian. You see the Rubik's Cube that represents blockchain technology. 2 switches up, 1 down. Just one more switch has to be flipped. I told you all banks and our fintech companies has to be a part of the ISO 20022 messaging by November of this year. So he finds love and companionship. It's not that Gary Gensler wanted to just suppress XRP and support Bitcoin and deemed it as a security. He was a humanitarian. He was looking out for the best of humanes and humanitarians and this banking system that we're currently on. Most people didn't realize that. Thank you so much for the $1.99 tax-free donation super chat. Thank you all so much. Someone says the wrap theory is going to be on the quantum ledger, likely under the XLM protocol. Well, I know right now, and let me Google this real quick, that the cryptos that are quantum resistant, and some people ask me, what's with quantum resistance take out XRP technology. Listen, quantum resistance is already here. It's been here. It just hasn't been fully activated. And that's why I've been telling you all about quant. That's why I've been telling you all about quant crypto along with Algorand. But so many people have their feelings in this. And it's like they're almost part of a cult almost. When I and someone else tell them that, hey, that's this, and I really do understand it because so many decoders here on YouTube have not decoded the Simpsons right and said that this predicted the crash of Bitcoin or the collapse of Bitcoin, and that was not true. But the resistance part, wrap Bitcoin and Ethereum are more quantum resistance when the switches are all three officially flipped than just your regular Bitcoin and Ethereum. So using this advanced cryptography to protect against quantum computers, we know Google just released its Willow. And so with what quantum resistance is, like I said, with the RSA and the SHA-256 of Bitcoin security that Bitcoin has, is called a XMSS, which is like a digital signature for hardware that quantum's computer pick. So that's why I have your public and private keys. So actually, Bitcoin, along with Algorand and HDC, and wrap Bitcoin and Ethereum are the most quantum resistant and quant cryptos that we have. Let me see, is XLM under that quantum resistant as well? It should be. I know it was 8. Quantum resistant cryptocurrency list. Algorand again. This was top 5 quantum resistance. So I'll show you all so you can see it with me. Okay, so we have Algorand, Self-Frame. I don't know it. Oh, H-bar. How can I forget about H-bar? That's all over the Simpsons. Self-Frame, H-bar, Bitcoin, quantum resistant ledger. I've been telling you all about the quantum resistant ledger. I did that. But Bitcoin is on this list. And so Trump is specifically investing in wrapped Bitcoin and wrapped Ethereum because of their so the SHA-256, it means every 256 blocks, like Algorand, Bitcoin, crypto graphically signs in the blockchain history. And this ensures your past transactions remain secure against quantum threats. That's what SHA-256 means. So it does. This particular article does not show Zenfin. I do recall seeing Zenfin somewhere. Let me look at another article to make sure, because it was 8 the last time I researched and studied this that showed quantum resistance. But quantum resistance, you all, is I would say in the next 2 to 3 years when all the switches are going to be flipped. I do know. Oh, IOTA. Okay, so let me show you all this. We got IOTA on here as well. This is that symbol 2 on the isotopes of the Simpsons on their jerseys. The quantum resistant ledger. You got IOTA, A. You all, I'm so glad I looked this up. IOTA, ADA. So if you want to be protected in the future, IOTA, ADA, HBAR, Bitcoin, Algorand, which is a tokenization of assets. So this ensures that cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and others remain secure and viable in the age of quantum computer. I'm just letting you all know that I have not seen anything that has XRP on here. Right. Now, if I do, I'll research it. XLM is going to be the world reserve currency. And that's why we have that anchor as well. Let me look at one more article just to make sure. Because when you're looking at futuristic, you want the quantum resistant cryptos. You want that in your portfolio. Right. Algorand, H-bar, Bitcoin, quantum resist. I've been telling you all about the ledger stacks as well. But all right, so XHX, getting SHX, that's also on the XLM anchor and that ledger. And then the last thing I'm going to show you all is that the hot air balloons that we saw on that episode, and we were trying to figure out and determine which ones of those are related to what specific crypto. I'm going to show you that as well on this live stream. Also, the Simpsons predict the crash of cash as well. Everybody that's in crypto should know and be preparing for the crash, the crash of cash. That's why we're in crypto and coins like silver and copper. Hanging with Frank. All right, so that's I have to go through all this to find that episode. All this to find that episode. But that's the last episode decoding. I've done a lot of showing you all of the motorcycles and the jet ski, how they represent XPR, not XRP, and DC, Zenfin. If I said that right. I think I said that right. Yeah, HDC. Honest Coin, I've tell you our SHX, one of those anchor coins, anchor wallet. That's what. So the Simpsons did. That was not talking about the anchor coin, right? That was not talking about the anchor coin. It was talking about in reference to the XLM anchor wallet. Oh, come on. I'm ready to find that episode. Also, when they're on the yacht and he secures the anchor. I want to show you all those hot air balloons, though. I've been on here this long. We might as well just bring it on home. Let me retype this in. I don't want to get out this live stream without showing you what those represent. And there's only take a couple, maybe 5 more minutes of this. I don't think that's it. Yeah, I can't believe come on. Okay, if I can't find it, I'll just do another breakdown. I'll just do another short live stream. Is this it? All right, let me see if this is it. Give me a second. Because I haven't brought this out on an episode ever. There we go. Finally find it. Thank you. If you prayed for me that I find it, thank you. I found it. All right. So these are the hot air balloons. I'll look at some comments real quick. Yes, you all don't forget about Swift Coin. Someone says, thank you, Brian. It's pumping. 92 in the building on the 70 hits. You all get those likes up, whether you're watching this live or on the replay. Even Quincy Jones, developer, said no. Quincy did not say SD Bitcoin was trash. What Quincy said was that it's 10% of the population attempted to use Bitcoin at the same time for currency, that they did not have enough energy to sustain that, and that Bitcoin had a scalability issue, and that he had did the math on a napkin. But Bitcoin is not going to be used for peer-to-peer. That was its initial purpose. It is going to be used as a store of value, a store of wealth. People are not going to use Bitcoin as peer-to-peer. In fact, we're probably going to get an announcement in this upcoming days that there's a Bitcoin strategic reserve from the government, because it is a store of wealth. It is made on the same intrinsic value that physical gold is made on. And that episode that you're referencing to with Quincy, that was years ago. So now that Bitcoin has become institutionalized, it's really, the desire is not for it to be for transaction. Like who would even want to spend Bitcoin, for example, on a cup of coffee? Okay, so we mentioned that H bar is also quantum resistant. That's the Pigeon. Hanging with Frank has elevated them from a beer budget. They used to hang out at Moe's and drink beer. Now they're on a wine and budget. They're on a wine budget and home. Like, who would want to hang out with this man? Just be his friend. They're eating lobster, right? They're in hot air balloons. So he's sending a pigeon to Marge as a message, right? Pigeons was used as messenger, especially when it came to Nikola Tesla, that he will not be home till late, because he's doing what? He's hanging with Frank. Now, I went back and forth so many times about what do these balloons represent. One of my followers said, of course, Uphold. That's the Uphold logo, and I definitely is in agreement with that. And you all, so I started looking at the colors and the color coding, right, with the rope and the string attached to them, or the links. And we already know that this is XPR. Colloidal gold is this type of color, and the XPR for the purple for XPR, not XRP, XPR. The lime and the blue can be twofold. Lime, where is associated with, where the lime and the blue can be associated with Limeware, which is a Web3 project that will fit into this color scheme. But also, there's another token that's called the Ethereum for China that's called Neo. And you know where we get Neo from? The Matrix. Neo right here, crypto. And that means the one, the anagram, the reversing spelling of words. And so Neo can be associated with this color scheme as well. The pink and the blue in the background is Atom, Cosmos. I've been telling you all about that. Zero with the slash on the 1988 Economist means to zero out as well, fiat currency. It also means the cosmos, and it also means the interstellar logo for Stellar Lumens, aka XLM, that was released in 2014. So Atom incorporates, or it shows purple shades connected with this. And we can look at Polkadot as well. So we know that Polkadot also collaborates with the ecosystem. So this can be duality. And now with this one, the pink, this is Uniswap. This is Uniswap. Decentralized finance, utility focus on Web3. Right. So that's Uniswap. That's look into Neo, you all, the Ethereum in China. We know how big that is. That's XPR. This could very well be LimeWire as well, but definitely look into Leo. And that red, the carpet that they're flying on, that's definitely Flare. And this is HBAR. So just wanted to bring that all out. On this live stream, you all, I'm logging off. I'm hanging with Frank. I also know what your wrap Bitcoin and Ethereum is more secure than regular Bitcoin or Ethereum. Ethereum, the prices move the same, right? Larry Fink and BlackRock will probably take over the mining of Bitcoin because it does have a scalability problem. Quincy John brought that out years ago, and it's not profitable for everyday miners to make profit off of it anymore. So it's going to take a big institution to come in. And again, this is where we get California, the smart green agenda, smart city agenda. This is where XPR, XRP, and XLM headquarters are. Zenfin is in Singapore, and one of them, the other one is in Charlotte. I think it's Honest Coin, XCN. I think that's in Charlotte, if I'm not mistaken. So you got all of the XLM, XPR in San Francisco, the smart city, the wildfires, and all that. Again, get your off the grid money, your copper, your silver. Go to millimoves.com, put it on auto ship. But these are the Simpsons. Get your quantum resistance coin, get your ADA, your H bar, your Algorand. Get those, your Bitcoin, wrap Bitcoin. Get those quantum resistance. I've always told you, my personal strategy is to take the altcoin profits that I have and roll over it into Bitcoin and into physical real estate because I still believe in physical assets. Okay, H bars in Dallas. Thank you for letting me know. You all are so welcome. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, Queen. Always enlightening. Yes, because that whiteboard of the Simpsons, I showed you all the gas and the light in the stage that they were gaslighting. They were manipulating people that Bitcoin would crash and collapse. Not explaining that Bitcoin is digital, is a long value store of wealth. It's digital gold. It's made of the same intrinsicness of physical gold, just digitally, right? It's a long-term store of wealth. It's not going anywhere, and it's quantum resistant. I love you all. Make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, whether you are watching this live and on a replay. And for my 3 people that gave the tax-free donations, I sincerely thank you. Peace. And as I say, I told y'all. Y'all thought I was playing, but I told y'all. XLM. All of these. XLM, Zenfin, HDC, XEN, SHX, HBAR, ADA, them quantum resistance. You all, it's here. And with all these executive orders Trump is making, you all, the dollar's going to be so devaluated. We're about to experience hyperinflation. You're going to need your silver, your physical silver, and your copper. That means the prices of gas and groceries are about to 3x. You already see your gas prices pumping. Is XRP, is it digital gold? It's going to be priced to gold, but you're probably going to have to watch this in the beginning. I explained in the beginning how your return on investment when it comes to gold and silver, how silver gives you over a 3,000% return and gold will give you a 300% return. Silver will give you a 37.5x. Gold will give you a 3.5x. Same thing with XLM and XRP. XPR and SDC and XCN and SHX are still under $1, however. Zenfin is tied to copper, which is a global shortage. So if you're going to go with what excites you or what's going to give you the biggest gains and biggest return, and excite you all at the same time. Peace. Queen out.